In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the spark plug wires on the Subaru Forester. They're right on top of your engine. Let's get started. The two wires on this side are the shorter ones, and the two wires on this side, the driver's side, are the longer ones. But all four are slightly different in length, so I'm going to do them one at a time, starting with this one at the front here. We'll compare to the new one so we can match them up and have the right length. Let's remove the spark plug wire that sits right over the spark plug. Pull on it. Sometimes if you can't pull it off by hand, you could use some pliers to gently pry on it. These are flexible, so you can bend them as you take them out. Continuing, let's remove the retainer, or open up this retainer so we can remove the spark plug wire. Pull this out. Just like that. We're going to have to leave this here because it goes under the power steering line, but we'll be able to pull it down this way from the other end since the other end is smaller. Following it up, you'll see another retainer right up here, and then directly onto the ignition coil at the back, where you can just twist and pull and wiggle until it pops off. And now we'll just pull it down this way. Stick it underneath that power steering line, and up and out. And there's the first spark plug wire. Now let's compare the length to our new ones so we can match it up right. The new spark plug wire matches up perfectly if you just hold them both straight. The other short one will be about 1/2 inch to 1 inch longer, so like I said, you want to make sure you got the right one. So we'll set the old one aside and we'll feed the new one backwards, exactly how the old one came out, starting with the ignition coil end underneath this power steering line. Pull it through. Not going to clip it into any retainers yet. We'll do that after it's secured. So we'll put it on the ignition coil. All right, press it on until it clicks. And then what you're going to want to do is clip it in to these retainers. This one has to go underneath, just like that. Secure it. And secure it on here. We'll leave this open for the next spark plug wire. On the end of the spark plug wire, I like to put just a little bit of silicone paste just on the edges. This is going to prevent the spark plug from getting stuck on the wire, and will make it so that it seals up nice. Now put the spark plug wire back into its spark plug hole, and when you press it on nice and tight. Make sure it kind of locks in there. There we go. You should feel kind of like a soft click at the end. And pulling on it gently, it should not want to pop out. So this one's done. Let's continue on with the rest. Moving on to the rear, on the passenger side, we have the spark plug wire right here. Pop this off, and you're going to have to bend it up and out of the way as you remove it, kind of around the air box. Just like that. Pull it out of your way. Now let's follow the spark plug wire through these retainers, just like the previous one, and unplug it from the ignition coil at the back here. And now we'll pull it down this way. All right, there it is. Now for this one, I'm not going to compare it because, well, there is only one more short option left, so it's going to have to be this one. So slide it through backwards the same way that you removed the old spark plug wire. Once again, not clipping it into anything until it is connected on the ignition coil end. Just do your best to try to get it in there. It's kind of hard to reach on this one, but once you clip it into place, it should click. There we go, and lock in. And now you can secure it to these retainers here. And then this one over here. And then these two over here. For this one, you can even lock it down. At this point, we're done with it. Make sure that clicks. I already have some silicone paste, just like the previous one, on the spark plug wire. So I'm going to stick it right down into the tube. I'm going to have to kind of bend it into position. Just like that. And once again, press it down until it clicks. All right, I felt the click. It's locked in. If I pull on it, it's not going to pop out. And there you go. Those two are done. Now we're on the driver's side, so we're going to work here starting with the front cylinder. That's right here where the spark plug wire goes down. This one is, well, a little bit more difficult to reach just because the battery and washer tank are in the way, but still doable. Grab onto the spark plug wire, pull out, and remove it from the cylinder. And there it is. Set it aside. Now we have to pull the spark plug wire out. So let's unclip it from this retainer over here. Just has to get, just put a pocket screwdriver in there, open it up, just like that, pull it out, and oh, this one also has to get unlocked. Okay, get that wire out. Follow it all the way back to the ignition coil. This front cylinder is going to be the top one. So wiggle it and pull it off. And there it is. Let's compare it to the new one. That way we make sure we have the correct one. So I'll just hold them up against each other. It looks like this is actually the shorter one, so we'll set that aside. And that means it must be this one. Perfect. So we'll get rid of the old one and install the new one in the opposite direction. Put it on the ignition coil. There we go. Get that on. And then just route it back through all of these retainers. We'll leave these locking ones open so we can do the other wire. Bring it down and resecure it over here. All right. Put a little bit of silicone paste on the end of it, and let's slide it onto the spark plug. Putting the spark plug wire back onto the spark plug. Slide it down, press it on, and I just felt that click. It locked in. Perfect. All right, here we go on to the last one. Reach right behind the one we just removed. Pull on the spark plug wire. Remove it. Let's grab onto that wire. Remove it from all the retainers. And pull it off the coil. Okay, there it is. We only have one left, so there's nothing to compare here. Put this on the coil. Press it on. And route it back where it was. Let's close these locking retainers now. Bring this down. A little bit of silicone paste on here. All right, now grab the spark plug wire and slide it back into the cylinder. Press it on till it clicks. This might be difficult since you have limited space. All right, there we go. Yep, that's locked in. Perfect.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.